I'm going to tell you about the mobile web framework at UCSF and some small updates to the mobile website. Most of you, or a lot of you, may be aware, but I'm certain that no small number of you are not aware. So I'm going to tell you that the library is the creator and curator and implementer of the university's current mobile web presence. So if you go to m.ucsf.edu on your cell phone, which you absolutely should do if you've never done it, we built that. Your colleagues and you built that. And also that means that if there's something there that you'd like to see changed or something new that you'd like to see added, you have a direct line to make that happen. So you should totally send feedback our way right now, please. Okay, so these are the things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the new look and feel. I'm going to talk to you about Thanks. I'm going to talk about the new look and feel. I'm going to talk about maps. I'm going to talk about emergency. And I'm going to talk about the mobile web framework. Right arrow, please. So new look and feel. Down arrow, please. All right. So this is the old look and feel, which you may or may not recognize. This is an old promotional image that Arian or someone on the web team created last year when we launched the initial mobile website. So if you squint, you might be able to see what it used to look like over here. Okay, down there one more time. Okay, and now the new exciting mobile web presence. Just a second. So, so as you can see, things are bigger and easier to find, and so this is kind of what it looks like. Etc., etc. If you want to know how to use Wi-Fi in the library, there it is. Oh, very fast because we're going to move along here. If I can figure out how to use maps, I can. Okay, so the most significant changes, thanks. To look and feel are the new icons, bigger, more candy-like icons than we've had in the past, and that comes from University Relations, who actually hired Creative Bistro to make those icons, and then also just bigger UI elements because on the little phone. Sometimes it's hard to hit the little icons. We had nice icons before. They were a good size and everything, but we made them a little bigger, and we also made nice long areas where you can hit stuff. Right arrow, please. Okay. Oh my goodness, we have maps. Let's say I need to get to the Kalamanovitz Library. Well, let's see here. I don't know where it is, so I'm going to, whoops, it's a bad joke, I'm going to spell. There we go, Kalamanovitz. And well, that's not what I expected to happen. Oh, that's too bad. Wah, wah. Let me try general map, see if I get any better luck. Of course not. Trust me, they look amazing. Okay, some of the new features include you can zoom around, you can scroll in, there's location search that I showed you. The maps that you will see if you look on your phone and not on iframe in Chrome on Windows are identical to the Pathway Project maps. So that means that visitors who come here will not have to, or visitors who come here will see, if they look on their phone and they see a physical map on campus, they're going to see the same exact thing. They're not going to have to relearn a different legend or the map will be oriented or whatever. And also there's Street View, which is what I was going to show, but I didn't get a chance. But no doubt know what Google Street View is in Google Maps. It's on our maps too. Down arrow, please. There are some issues with the current maps. One is that Street View is more of an Easter egg than a feature. You kind of have to know it's there. There's no super clear indication that it exists. Support for older devices and apparently for Chrome on Windows is a little bit lacking. Can be slow to load. I think I know what to do about that, and when I get a chance, I might actually do it. It'll be very exciting. We're much faster loading maps. And in fact, for the searching stuff, we need more synonyms and more locations. You won't find the Mission Center building in there. If you search for Mission Bay Community Center, it won't show up. If you have to search for Rudder Center, you have to know that that's the official name according to the planning department, etc. So that's something we got to figure out what we're going to do about that. And also the locations that we got from planning people. The locations. The pins that drop land on the ADA compliant entrance for the building and not on the centroid of the building. So that might be a great thing or it might be a confusing thing because in some cases the ADA compliant entrance is in an adjacent building. So you're searching for, you know, Long Hospital and Pinlands on Moffat Hospital, which, you know, isn't that big a deal, but can be confusing. Okay, right now. Okay, something that will work, because this is the whole thing I'm going to show you. Some demo that won't fail. We added some emergency numbers, so 911 obviously. Also, police non-emergency number, which is kind of funny that's in the emergency section, because it's a non-emergency number, but it kind of makes sense. Also, some numbers to call, some hotlines if there is a disaster of some kind and you're not sure if you should come into work. Those are the numbers to call. Assuming our servers are up, you should be able to find them. They're actually good numbers probably, but we're not medical center employees, so I mean, I'm not a campus emergency hotline in the back of the campus emergency hotline. Might not be bad numbers to stash somewhere home, just FYI. Right arrow. Thanks. Okay, mobile web framework, down arrow. So this is what the mobile web framework is. Apparently it's a big, long, run-on sentence. No, I'm just kidding. That's, and actually I believe that I have privileges to edit that sentence on their site, so I really blame myself for that. Down arrow. I'm going to try to summarize it as something that's less of a mouthful. So it started as an initiative at UCLA to improve their mobile presence. And it became a UC-wide initiative when Berkeley and San Diego and UCSF, and now I think Santa Barbara, Riverside, and Irvine, or some combination of those, have all jumped on board and are using it. And it's about to blow up worldwide all open source style, because until about last week, it was restricted to UC. You had to be a UC person and request the code from UCLA, but now they've gotten their licensing together, and their equivalent of our Office of Technology Management has blessed it, and they're going to just distribute it to whoever wants it. More details can be found at m.ucsf for mobile web framework at ucla.edu, down arrow. So the reasons we decided to use the mobile web framework, there are some substantial benefits. We get to reuse work that's already been done by others. 90% of the maps, which you didn't see because they didn't work, was code that was basically handed to us by UCLA. We added some pretty substantial features, such as the pathway map overlays, the ability to put overlays on the map, which doesn't mean anything to you because you didn't see the demo. But that was stuff we added, so you know, we're not complete slackers, but we did get a big leg up by using their code. Also, they're very, very serious about maintaining web standards, as you might have noticed from that big, long paragraph crammed into a single sentence, 2 slides up. And also, the ability to contribute back to other UCs and beyond is kind of nice. Yeah, very, very, it's been a very satisfying collaborative effort. I don't think there's a way down slide, try it. Yeah, right slide. Thank you. Okay, so question, my Twitter handle up there. If you have a 140-character question, be sure to send it there. But if anybody has a question that's longer than 140 characters. So a lot of people work on this besides me. There's Michelle there, and there's also Lucas and a bunch of other people. And most of those bunch of other people are in humans.txt on the site. I want to just click that. Nice big long list that doesn't even fit on the screen of other people who have done other things. So there you go. Have any questions about this stuff? It's also self-explanatory, of course not. Leslie has a question, yes?
Kind of specific, but the synonym issue with the maps,
yeah.
Is that on our end here, or is it a path integration?
Is it on our end, or is it a pathway integration?
That we would work on here, or is it a bigger issue?
Yes. So it would be nice if the planning department handed over, kept a list of synonyms, and maybe they do. And if they handed it over in some format we could use.
But it exists just in the mobile site, it's not like,
you don't have the content, you don't have it.
Right. Yeah. Is that the question? Wait, I'm sorry.
No, I was wondering if the synonym stuff all exists just in the mobile site, or if it's feeding from my pathway.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So the names for the buildings were given to us as a file by the planning department. What I would like ultimately, and what Berkeley's equivalent of our planning group has done, and other schools have done, is for them to put the information in a server that can be queried on the fly. And so at Berkeley, their maps application gets the longitude and latitude and names of buildings by asking the planning department right then and there. So when something changes, right now, when the new building goes up on Mission Bay, we're not going to have the information until we have the information, or until we just decide to somehow guess and answer it ourselves. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Okay. Great. Any other questions?